We're going to work on creating a detailed drawing that includes a sectional view for our part here. So with the part modeled and open, I'm going to go ahead and click to create a new drawing from the design. I'm going to make sure I have the correct template for our title block selected. I'll go ahead and click OK. It'll bring in the title block for us and automatically start to put in that base view. For this, we're going to create a sectional view that's going to be the front view of the object. So I'm going to switch the orientation to top view so I see that view of the part. And then I'm going to change the scale just to 1. So we're going to make this drawing at a 1:1 scale. I'm also going to include to show hidden lines along with the visible edges. So once I have those options selected, I'll go ahead and click to place that top view of the object. From there, our next step is going to be, once we have that view place, is to put in our center marks. So I'll click on center mark tool here, select the center mark for all of the circular features on our part. From there, we're going to go ahead and start to create our sectional view. And as I mentioned earlier, the sectional view is going to be the front view of this part. And so up here you see the tool for sectional view. I'll go ahead and click that. And what you'll need to do is come in once you have the section view selected, and I'm going to select the view that I want to create the section for. So I click on this view, and it's going to start to create that section for me. And so to do this, I'm going to go ahead and hover over the center point of this little slot, and I'm going to kind of hover over until I get that green line that comes out that's projecting that point. And I'll click to start my section view at this point. And I'll move left. I'm going to go through that little part, and I'm going to come down. So I'll click, and then I'll start projecting the line down, and I'm going to want to go through the center of this feature, through that feature, and then I'll click here, go up through our cylindrical feature, go through the center of that, and click to place the view. And so I'll click the little green check mark to continue the view. You can see then that the sectional view is created. So I'll go ahead and click that, and I'll click OK. So once that view is created, you can see that this cutting point line has cut off the bottom part of our object, and we're looking at it with the arrows pointed up. If you see the text for this is fairly big right now, so we're going to go ahead and adjust that now. So I'll go ahead and click Document Settings, and under Text Height Group, I'm going to select Edit. And under all of the text type, I'm going to make the text type 70 thousandths for each of those text heights, and go ahead and click OK. And you'll notice that the text becomes way smaller, and it will be easier now to fit everything we need to fit on our drawing within our drawing. So the next thing we're going to want to do is put our isometric view of our part in. And if I simply project that from the front view, notice that when I do that, it gives me a sectional view for my isometric view. We do not want that, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. So instead of projecting the isometric view, I'm going to go ahead and click to create a base view for that. I'm going to make the scale 1:1, and under orientation, I'm going to find the correct orientation of the part. And so if I find the northeast isometric for me, that's the correct orientation. So then I'll go ahead and click that I want it to be shaded, and I will place the isometric view into our onto our drawing sheet. From here, we're going to create a detail view, and so a detail view is right here, and what a detail view does is it blows up a small feature in a part. So I'll click to create a detail view. I'm going to click on the top view to create it, and what we're going to detail is this little slot that's cut in the part right here. And so I'm going to find the center of that little slot, and I'm going to click to drag, and it's going to drag a little circle out. And so I'm going to make the circle about like that. I'm going to come over here, and under scale, instead of 2 to 1, I'm going to make this 4 to 1, and I'm going to place that view over here in my in this area that is empty. I'm going to show visible hidden lines with visible edges. Click OK, and you can see what the detail view has done is it's taken this circle and we've blown it up to a scale of 4 to 1. It looks a little big, so I'm going to edit this circle. Just make it a little smaller, and that looks better. So I'll leave my view like that, and we'll be able to detail the drawing from there. Last thing before we start dimensioning the object, I'm going to make a note at the top here. And so I'm just going to click the text tool, and I'm going to click to and drag a box to make a note. And all my note is going to say is all unmarked radii equals 1.5. And so I'm going to have that on the drawing so that anyone who looks at this will know that all of the unmarked radius on the drawing are 1.5 millimeters. So the last thing before we start dimensioning is making sure our dimension unit is correct. So under document settings, under dimension unit, I'm going to click edit. The unit I'm going to change to millimeters. The linear precision I'm going to set at 0. Actually, I'm going to set it at 0.1. And then I'll go ahead and click OK. And now you'll be able to go ahead and start dimensioning your part. So once you've finished annotating the rest of the dimensions on your print, you should have something that looks similar to this.